Hello everybody, video here for you today. This is the retro no-cap recap of The Curse of Oak Island, Season 7, Episode 19, called Lords of the Ring, originally aired March 31st, 2020. If you missed any of my recaps of previous and future episodes, you shall not pass. There's a link to my Oak Island playlist in the upper right. Let's get into it. Previously, on the Curse of Oak Island, people have been looking for an incredible treasure for 229 years. It's a rainy day on Oak Island as the end of the season gets closer. Caisson OC1 is being forced into the earth. As the caisson gets lower, the hammer grab is dropped into the caisson and its jaws clamp around the spoils and any artifacts, which are then raised to the surface and dumped to be examined. It is a fairly slow going, as part of what the caisson is digging through are the remains of the Hedden shaft, dug by a previous searcher group in 1937. It is a shaft built at the location of a drilling operation by Gilbert Hedden. The Hedden and Chapel shafts are believed to be in the approximate location of the original Money Pit shaft discovered in 1795. The exact whereabouts have been lost for over 100 years. In that area, the drilling operation hit a 7-foot-high wooden vault covered in concrete that is now known as the Chapel Vault. When the drill was brought up, there were gold flakes and a piece of parchment with the letters VI written on it, found on the drill bit. At 125 feet, the shaft flooded and was abandoned. Water is undefeated so far on the island, thwarting every searcher group digging in the Money Pit area. The team is hopeful that they are in the correct place because borehole drilling in that spot produced hand-cut wood at 106 feet underground that was carbon dated to 1626, almost 150 years before the discovery of the Money Pit. In the drained swamp, Gary metal detects first a tin can lid that he proclaims has no connection to the Knights Templar, and then this ring. It has an intricate design. Examination under a microscope in the research center reveals white specks that conservator Kelly Barassa says are silver. Rick says the circles here might be ocean waves. Kelly is intrigued by the green and red corrosion here. He says perhaps it's two different types of alloys. In the Money Pit, from approximately 106 feet underground, the hammer grab brings up this piece of metal. It is identified as the brace or shield used by Gilbert Hedden to reinforce the shaft to protect it from possible collapse. The team is hopeful that this find means they are en route to encounter the Chapel Vault and or the original Money Pit shaft. Now they're at the bottom of the Hedden shaft and will be into unexplored earth. They will use the wash plant to wash and sort any spoils that are brought up. Historian Paul Troutman is among those manning the wash plant and spots this bone. Bone fragments were previously discovered by the Laguna team from deep in the Money Pit area in the H8 caisson, which is very close to that current location. They were identified as from the 1600s and Middle Eastern and European descent, respectively. In the war room, via video conferencing, a gemologist says that the ring was repaired twice. Once to make it bigger and once to make it smaller. He also says that it would be from before 1730 AD due to the design being chiseled. Additionally, he suspects European due to the design itself, possibly Spanish. The first big find by the Laguna team, also in the swamp, was the Spanish 8 Maravidi coin, dated 1652, shown on the first season finale of The Curse of Oak Island. In the OC1 caisson spoils, Terry spots this barrel top or bottom and also recovers a barrel stave. In 1861, shaft 6 was dug 18 feet east of the money pit shaft. At 118 feet, they dug a tunnel to try to intersect the money pit shaft while avoiding the flood tunnels. As I said, water is undefeated on Oak Island, and the tunnel and shaft blew flooded. But one of the workers was able to recover a piece of a wooden keg. Gary says that most Spanish treasure was not in chests, but in kegs. From approximately 140 feet down, the hammer grab brings up this hand-hewn beam. There's no historical record of searcher work at that depth in this location. Below that, however, is nothing, and the caisson hits bedrock at 158 feet, and the operation is halted. Rick, Doug, and Dave arrive at Dan Blankenship's house, now owned by his daughter Linda after Dan's passing. She and Dave are allowing the team to go through Dan's archive of the island, including documentation written by previous searcher groups. Among those items is this map by New York University professor of engineering Irwin Hamilton, who in 1938 partnered with Gilbert Hedden and Frederick Blair, and over the next 5 years re-excavated over 20 shafts and tunnels that dated back to the Truro Company in 1850. On the map is the location of shaft 6. It's the bottom circle on the left side. The team decides to put a caisson there to confirm shaft 6, which is a known 18 feet east of the original money pit shaft, which would give them a better idea of its location. They are calling that new caisson site 8A, and it is some 20 feet southwest of the previous can location. I'll be continuing retro no-cap recaps of seasons 7 and 8, while also recapping the new season 12 episodes, late Tuesday nights as they air. All other episodes are in my Oak Island playlist. I'm also doing retro no-cap recaps of seasons 2 through 4 of The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch as I have time. Seasons 1 and 5 are all done and are in that Skinwalker Ranch playlist. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Sempre avanti, and Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to all.